Introducing the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and many more. The Open Palm Podcast, where the host engages his listeners with inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas. Topics include: make more mistakes, how much is your value, don't get right, get going, learning to let go, excellence is a habit, and more. Binge listen today. Subscribe today. It's getting excellent ratings. That's the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. You can also find it on YouTube. Make sure you share it with your social networks and connect on Twitter and Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's the Open Palm Podcast with Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms. Go listen, download, and subscribe now.
My friend, I gotta tell you, I made a decision today. Now, this decision took a while to decide, but I feel like I made the right decision. Let me explain. Today, I went to Goodwill because, it's been kind of cold out here, kind of chilly out here in Lake Elsinore, California, and I needed a heater where I've been staying. There was no heater around, so I go to Goodwill to buy a cheap heater. Well, lo and behold, they don't have any heaters. Maybe everyone's already bought them, right? So I go next door, and luckily there's a Walmart right next door. And I know that these heaters are a little more expensive, but it's okay, right? I need a heater. I need something. So I ask a lady, where does the space heaters reside? She said, they're right over here. I go to the section with the heaters, and I find a whole bunch on the wall. Now, there are ceramic heaters, small heaters, big heaters, radiating heaters, light heaters, heavy-duty heaters, different kinds of space heaters, right? But I finally landed on these two heaters. One was about $22, and the other one was about $38 something and some change. So about $40. So I looked at the one that was $22, and I looked back at the one that was $40. And I kept looking back and forth at them, just over and over, just looking back and forth, trying to find something that would make me decide to settle for this little heater. Now, I didn't want the cheapest heater, but I didn't want the most expensive. But I was looking back and forth at these heaters, wondering, what is it? Okay, well, this one's fast acting, but this one's long lasting. This one gets heating really fast, but it's only heats a limited space. But this one is eco-friendly, and this one has all the bells and whistles. What about this one? What about this one, right? And I stood there. I must have stood there for about 5 to 10 minutes. I kid you not. Just looking back and forth at these heaters, trying to find a determining factor that would allow me to loosen up my wallet and pay for this heater. And you know what it was? Do you know what determined my decision? By the way, spoiler alert, I bought the more expensive heater. But the deciding factor was that when I looked back for the last time at the cheaper heater, I saw that the name of the heater, whether it was the company or the heater itself, the name was Comfort Zone. I kid you not, my friend. The heater was called Comfort Zone. And in that moment that I saw that name, the decision was made. It was a no-brainer. I knew it didn't matter that this heater cost less. It didn't matter that it was a cheaper choice. It didn't matter that I would have to pay more. I knew deep down that I had already made that decision. a while back when I left everything I knew for everything that I would have. I knew I was never going back to my comfort zone. There's no going back, my friend. The decision was made. The choice was made. And I walked out with a heater in my hands. And now, as I speak, I have a heater at my feet. And it feels good. It feels good knowing that I made the right choice. To not settle for less. To know my worth. To know that I need not go back to my comfort zone. For if we do the things that we've always done, we will get the things we've always gotten. Freedom is on the other side of fear, my friend. Don't be afraid to get uncomfortable. You may find what you are looking for was outside of your comfort zone all along. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, that is the Open Palm Podcast here in Lake Elsinore, California. It's nice and toasty tonight. The open palm means harmony with the world, understanding our place in the world, using our skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. I pray you received a kind word and a message tonight that would encourage you to share this with a like-minded individual who is learning and growing, becoming their greatest version, and stepping outside of their comfort zone into their discovery zone. If you would like to become a supporter of the podcast, like many individuals have, and I definitely want to shout out and give a thank you, a huge thank you to all the supporters who continue to donate to the podcast. My friend, I invite you to become one by opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw and clicking that little support button there is much appreciated. Even taking just a moment of your time to give this a positive rating on whatever platform you have chosen to listen to it is much appreciated. I thank you, my friend. Have a blessed day or night wherever you are. Take care. Hey there, my friend. So you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.